Hello and welcome to Lore of the Cards, the series that looks to find the lore hidden in your Hearthstone deck. Now, I know I said I would be doing an episode on which wood was. I mean, the awful pun alone is just terrific. But that was until the Hearthstone guys decided to have a Hearthside chat, wasn't it? Thanks Blizz for throwing off my plan. On the bright side, that means more cards and more lore. So in an attempt to actually keep up to date with this expansion, we'll be doing the lore behind 3 of the odds and evens cards. Black Cat, Murkspark Eel and Glitter Moth. So why these 3 and not the clearly mighty benevolent Gloomstag? In jokes, gotta love them when you're trying to make your content more accessible. The main reason here is that the Cat, Eel and Moth have something that ties them together. They are all different varieties of battle pet in World of Warcraft. Sure, you can get your hands on a form, but it isn't a fully grown benevolent stag now, is it? While there are many varieties of cat in the Warcraft universe, lion, tiger, lynx and panther to name but a few, Black Cat appears to be depicting one of the universe's many house cats. These small felines, after many years of domestication, now inhabit nearly every human kingdom in the Eastern Kingdoms. Of course, it's not only humans that have a soft spot for these adorable creatures. The Blood Elves too keep many as pets. Heroes are also able to purchase their own cats, most of which sold by Donna and Thania, the crazy cat lady of Elwyn Forest. Some WoW players also share Donna's passion for these furry little ones. They won't rest until they collect them all, and there's a lot. Bombay, Silver Tabby, Cornish Rex and Orange Tabby. That's just sold by Donna. The White Kitten is sold by Little Timmy in Stormwind, who is a rare NPC spawn. Hard to get for Alliance cat fans, but even more difficult for Horde players, who are willing to pay around 1,000 gold for one on the black market auction house in Booty Bay. Not a bad profit for something that only costs 80 silver. Brianni, one of the world's foremost collectors of exotic pets, is happy to sell all customers a calico cat from her shop in Dalaran. The ethereal Rashad sells the Siamese cat. Once a rare drop from the boss Cookie in the Deadmines, this was changed in the Cataclysm expansion. The feline familiar is, believe it or not, a seasonal pet sold during the Hallows End holiday in WoW. Chaub sells them for 150 Hallows End candies for the Horde and Dorothy for the Alliance. The Black Tabby is a rare drop in the Hillsbrad Foothills region. This used to be a very rare acquisition for Alliance players, as they used to drop from the mobs around the Dalaran crater, who were friendly to Alliance. This cat used to be called the Maine Coon, but the name would later be blocked when Blizzard updated their profanity filter to filter the word coon, a derogatory term for black people. So that's quite a few cats to collect, and that's discounting the mechanical cat and the 2 regional pets, the Jade Tiger and the Onyx Panther, one for Chinese players, the other for Koreans, as they're technically miniature big cats rather than house cats. As battle pets, house cats are considered beasts which deal greater damage when below half health. They learn the abilities Claw, Rake, Devour, Pounce, Screech and Prowl. Techniques my cat is also capable of performing, though they did miss Bite, Glare and Groom. There are many named cats in WoW, each belonging to quest givers and the like, found all over the world. Perhaps some of the more interesting cats are Shalix, a house cat that lived thousands of years ago and was the beloved pet of the short-lived Tol'vir Emperor Ninjata. The Emperor loved Shalix so much he commissioned a clay statue to honour the feline after its death. Winner's Kitten was experimented on by her forsaken owner in Felwood to discover the effects of the waters of the corrupted Moonwell in the area. They transformed the simple house cat into a fully grown green-furred saber cat. Winner's experiments would eventually see her turn on her allies at Blood Venom Post during the Cataclysm expansion, her experiments on slime being used to turn the camp's inhabitants into her slaves. Perhaps the best known cat to Warcraft and Hearthstone players alike will be Mr. Bigglesworth, the pet of the Lich King's right hand, Kel'Thuzad. Bigglesworth wandered the entryways to Kel'Thuzad's fortress of Naxxramas, hunting the maggots and roaches in the area. If heroes dared to kill the innocent little cat, Kel'Thuzad became incensed.
Now, a curse upon you, interlopers! The armies of the Lich King will hunt you down. You will not escape your fate.
There was once a rumour that doing this would make the instance harder, but this was not true. Ironically, the lil KT battle pet can't help but kill Mr. Bigglesworth when seeing the cat. Eels are fish found in both Azeroth and the once orcish homeworld, Outland. During Classic WoW, they only appeared as items such as stone scale eel, but in Burning Crusade, they are added to the game as mobs. Even so, during this expansion, the eels shared their model with mana worms, and it was not until the Cataclysm expansion that eels received their own model, along with a lot more varieties being added to the game. There are many eel varieties, but Murkspark is not one of them. In the Warlords of Draenor expansion, eels were referred to as moray on the orcish homeworld of the past. They were considered vicious predators, attacking anything that dared enter their waters. This didn't help the denizens of Azeroth's already established wariness of eels, considering them amongst the creepiest creatures of the world. There are two eels of note in World of Warcraft. The mighty giant Ganassi swims along the north side of the Shanxi Dao Island in the Taolong Steppe region of Pandaria. Such a great beast of mystery has caused the Pandaren to create many possible stories for the creature's origin. Some believe it to be an ancient Loa, a being worshipped by the Zandalari troll tribe, left to guard the waters of the island by one of the Zandalari's allies, Lei Shen, the Mogu Thunder King. Others suggest it was a creation of the Mogu, a creature created within Lei Shen's fortress, the Throne of Thunder, within the Halls of Flesh Shaping. A small proportion of Pandaren believed the eel was once a pet of the Thunder King, which grew powerful by merely being in the presence of the Mogu. It arrived at the north of Shanxi Dao when it was flushed through the Throne of Thunder's sewer system. Orphis was a rare spawn eel that could be found in the lands of Nagrand on the past version of Draenor. Upon death it would drop the positive pantaloons, cloth armour. There are only a few eel vanity pets. The spawn of Ganathas has a chance to drop when the giant eel is slain. The Slithershock Elva is a rare drop from the Traveller's Pet Supplies, given to players by defeating a pet trainer that would occasionally show up in their garrison during the Warlords of Draenor expansion. Finally, Lagan is rewarded for the achievement Poor Unfortunate Souls. The achievement can be acquired by fulfilling the criteria on screen when Helya is defeated in the Maw of Souls instance. Ganathas' spawn has different abilities to the other two types: Swallow You Whole, Dive, Thunderbolt, Jolt, Lightning Shield, and Paralyzing Shock. The move list of the others is Deep Bite, Dodge, Dive, Grasp, Clobber, and Pump. There are many varieties of Moth, a delicate beast with powdery wings that can be found on Azeroth, Outland, and the planet of Argus. None of these varieties are called Glitter Moth, though there is the Glittering Mothling, which is found in Shadowmoon Valley on the past Draenor. The blue moths of Azeroth's Azure Mist Isle are rumoured to have healing abilities. Exposed to wild magical energies, red moths are the result of Azerothian moths being exposed to the Ethereal's ecodomes on Outland in the region of Netherstorm. The Jinyu have been known to use the Ashwing moth and the light it emits as a decoy and a light source to expose weaknesses in armour. The curious Skywisp moth is known to interrupt the spells of wandering mages and warlocks. There are named moths in World of Warcraft, but none really have any defined lore beyond being quest objectives or rare spawns. Perhaps the most interesting is Mothalus. This monster moth was inadvertently created by Journeyman Chu as he tried to create a strain of moth to improve their silk output. This horribly backfired, the moths becoming hostile, the most terrifying being Mothless. There are a massive 20 varieties of Moth battle pet that can be collected. While there are some individual moves had by some varieties, most have the following moveset: Slicing Wind, Cocoon Strike, Moth Balls, Alpha Strike, Adrenaline Rush, and Moth Dust. So, there you have it. The lore behind 3 of the cards revealed during the Hearthside chat. Due to how short their lore is, you can probably see why I grouped them together. Really hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like, a share, and a subscription are always appreciated. The best way to keep up to date with what I'm up to is on Instagram. Either way, looking forward to more cards, and until next time, happy Hearthstoning.